Do this once, and toxic people will never disrespect you again, or Stoic philosophy explained, or Stoicism. There is a moment in life when you realize that not everyone deserves unlimited access to your peace. Many people spend years trying to please others, avoid conflict, and maintain harmony. Yet the strange truth is that the more you try to please toxic people, the more they begin to disrespect you. This is not because you are weak, but because you have not yet learned the quiet power of boundaries. Stoic philosophy teaches that respect does not come from demanding it, but from living in a way that makes disrespect impossible. The Stoics believe that your greatest strength is not physical power or clever arguments. Your greatest strength is self-control. When toxic people sense that you are emotionally reactive, easily manipulated, or desperate for approval, they gain power over you. But when you master your reactions and become calm, grounded, and unshakable, their influence disappears. A person who cannot be emotionally controlled cannot be disrespected for long. Many toxic individuals thrive on reactions. They provoke, criticize, and push your limits just to see how you respond. The moment you react with anger, frustration, or desperation, they feel validated. In their mind, they have control over your emotional state. This is why Stoic wisdom encourages silence and composure. When someone tries to provoke you and you respond with calm indifference, you remove the fuel that keeps their behavior alive. This is the one powerful thing you must do if you want toxic people to stop disrespecting you. You must stop rewarding their behavior with emotional reactions. This may sound simple, but it is one of the hardest disciplines a person can practice. It requires self-awareness, patience, and a deep understanding of your own worth. When you stop reacting, toxic people lose the ability to manipulate your emotions. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once taught that people are not disturbed by things, but by their judgments about those things. In simple terms, the way someone treats you only has power if you allow it to control your thoughts and emotions. Once you take back control of your inner world, their behavior loses its power over you. Imagine someone criticizing you unfairly. Most people instantly feel the urge to defend themselves. They argue, explain, justify, or try to prove their worth. But a Stoic understands something deeper. Not every accusation deserves a response. Sometimes silence communicates more strength than 1,000 words. When toxic people see that their words cannot disturb you, they begin to lose interest. Toxic individuals are often searching for emotional leverage. They look for your insecurities, your fears, and your need for approval. Once they find these weaknesses, they use them as tools to control you. But the moment you stop seeking their validation, their power disappears. This is why Stoicism emphasizes inner independence. Your value cannot depend on the opinions of unstable people. One of the greatest Stoic thinkers, Marcus Aurelius, reminded himself daily that he would encounter rude, selfish, and ignorant people. Instead of being surprised by their behavior, he prepared his mind for it. This mindset is powerful. When you expect that some people will behave poorly, their actions lose the ability to shock or anger you. When toxic people realize they cannot provoke you, they often try a different tactic. They may attempt to guilt you, manipulate your kindness, or portray themselves as victims. This is another test of your emotional discipline. Stoicism teaches that compassion does not mean allowing others to disrespect you. You can be kind without being weak. You can be calm without being passive. The most powerful boundary you can set is quiet consistency. You do not need dramatic confrontations or loud declarations. Instead, you simply stop tolerating behavior that disrespects you. If someone constantly mocks you, you stop engaging. If someone disrespects your time, you reduce your availability. If someone tries to manipulate you, you calmly withdraw from the conversation. At first, toxic people may become more aggressive. This is because they are used to controlling the dynamic. When that control disappears, they feel threatened. They may accuse you of changing, becoming cold, or acting arrogant, but in reality, you are simply protecting your peace. And that is something every Stoic understands is necessary for a meaningful life. The Stoic philosopher Seneca warned that we often suffer more in imagination than in reality. Many people tolerate disrespect because they fear confrontation or rejection. They imagine losing relationships or creating conflict. But the truth is that relationships built on disrespect are already broken. By setting boundaries, you are not destroying the relationship, you are revealing its true nature. Another powerful Stoic principle is focusing only on what you can control. You cannot control how toxic people behave. You cannot control their opinions, their attitudes, or their choices. But you can control your reactions, your boundaries, and your standards. When you focus on what is within your control, you reclaim your personal power. Respect is not something you beg for, it is something you demonstrate through your behavior. When people see that you value your time, protect your energy, and refuse to tolerate disrespect, they adjust their behavior accordingly. The world treats you according to the standards you accept. Many people mistakenly believe that being nice means tolerating everything. They believe that kindness requires endless patience and forgiveness, but Stoicism teaches a different kind of strength. True kindness includes wisdom. It means understanding when to offer compassion and when to walk away. Walking away from toxic behavior is not weakness. In fact, it is often the greatest act of self-respect. When you remove yourself from environments where disrespect is normalized, you send a powerful message about your standards. Over time, the people who remain in your life will be those who truly respect you. There is something deeply powerful about quiet confidence. When you speak less, react less, and observe more, you gain clarity about people's true intentions. Toxic individuals cannot hide their behavior forever. Given enough time and silence, they reveal exactly who they are. Another key Stoic lesson is emotional detachment. This does not mean becoming cold or heartless. It means understanding that your peace should not depend on other people's moods or opinions. When someone insults you, it reflects their character, not your worth. Many great leaders throughout history practiced this Stoic discipline. They understood that reacting emotionally to every criticism would make them unstable and ineffective. Instead, they focused on their actions, their values, and their long-term purpose. When toxic people realize they cannot control you emotionally, something interesting happens. Some of them begin to respect you. Others slowly distance themselves. Either outcome is beneficial for your peace of mind. The goal is not to change toxic people. The goal is to stop allowing them to influence your emotional state. The moment you master this Stoic mindset, your entire life begins to change. Conversations become calmer. Conflicts lose their intensity, and toxic people no longer feel comfortable testing your boundaries. Your calm presence becomes a silent signal that disrespect will not be tolerated. Remember, respect begins with self-respect. If you constantly sacrifice your peace to keep others comfortable, people will assume that your boundaries are flexible. But when you protect your time, your energy, and your emotional stability, you teach others how to treat you. Your peace is your greatest asset. Guard it carefully. Do not allow toxic individuals to steal your focus, your happiness, or your sense of self-worth. Stoicism reminds us that the quality of our life depends largely on the quality of our thoughts and the discipline of our reactions. Every day is an opportunity to strengthen your mindset. Practice patience when others try to provoke you. Practice silence when arguments offer no value. Practice confidence when others doubt you. These small disciplines slowly transform your character and make you emotionally unshakable. Another important Stoic reminder is that you must choose your environment carefully. The people you spend the most time with will shape your thinking, your habits, and your emotional state. If you constantly surround yourself with negative and toxic individuals, their mindset will slowly influence your own. But when you choose relationships that are built on respect, honesty, and growth, your life naturally becomes more peaceful and meaningful. Healthy relationships do not require constant emotional battles. They are built on mutual understanding and genuine respect. Stoicism teaches us that life is too short to waste energy trying to convince toxic people to change. Instead, invest your energy in becoming stronger, wiser, and more disciplined. The right people will naturally be drawn to that strength. There will always be critics, manipulators, and difficult personalities in the world. But they only have the power you give them. The moment you take responsibility for your reactions, you reclaim control over your life. Your peace becomes non-negotiable, and your standards become clear. Another powerful practice is learning the art of emotional distance. This means observing situations without immediately attaching strong feelings to them. When someone speaks harshly or behaves disrespectfully, pause for a moment before reacting. That pause is where your power lives. In that brief space between action and reaction, you choose whether to protect your peace or surrender it. Over time, this discipline becomes easier. What once triggered anger will begin to feel insignificant. What once felt like a personal attack will simply appear as another person's unresolved frustration. This clarity allows you to move through life with far less stress and far greater confidence. A Stoic life is not about avoiding people or isolating yourself from the world. Instead, it is about learning how to interact with others without losing your inner balance. You remain calm in the face of criticism, steady in moments of tension, and confident in the presence of negativity. This emotional stability becomes your shield. When people notice that you are not easily shaken, they begin to treat you differently. Respect naturally grows around individuals who are disciplined, composed, and emotionally mature. You no longer need to demand respect because your behavior silently commands it. Stoicism also teaches the importance of daily reflection. At the end of each day, take a moment to ask yourself simple questions. Did I react emotionally today? Did I allow someone to disturb my peace? Did I remain calm when faced with negativity? This habit of reflection strengthens your awareness and gradually improves your self-control. Another powerful Stoic practice is gratitude. Toxic people often try to pull your attention toward negativity and conflict. Gratitude shifts your focus back to what truly matters. When you appreciate the good things in your life, the words and actions of toxic individuals lose their importance. It is also important to remember that sometimes people behave poorly because they are struggling internally. This does not excuse toxic behavior, but it helps you respond with wisdom instead of anger. Understanding that many people act from insecurity or pain allows you to remain calm rather than reactive. Your greatest victory is not proving someone wrong or winning an argument. Your greatest victory is maintaining your inner peace despite the chaos around you. This quiet strength is the essence of Stoic philosophy. The more you practice these principles, the more your life begins to transform. Stress decreases. Your mind becomes clearer, your confidence grows, and most importantly, toxic individuals lose the power they once had over your emotions. Another powerful insight from Stoic philosophy is the importance of discipline in your thoughts. Toxic people often try to plant doubt, negativity, or insecurity in your mind. If you are not careful, their words can slowly shape the way you see yourself. The Stoics warned against this mental trap. They believed that protecting your mind is just as important as protecting your physical well-being. When you hear criticism, pause and ask yourself a simple question. Is this true? If the criticism is true, then it becomes an opportunity to improve. If it is not true, then it deserves no space in your mind. This approach allows you to grow from constructive feedback while ignoring destructive negativity. Over time, this mental discipline creates incredible emotional strength. Instead of reacting to every comment or insult, you develop the ability to filter information wisely. Only useful lessons remain, while harmful negativity fades away. Another Stoic principle that can protect you from toxic people is the idea of focusing on purpose. When your life is guided by a meaningful purpose, the opinions of negative individuals lose their power. You become too focused on growth, learning, and contribution to waste energy on pointless conflicts. Purpose acts like a compass. It keeps your attention on what truly matters. While others may spend their time criticizing, gossiping, or creating drama, you remain focused on building a better version of yourself. If this message resonated with you, and you want to develop a stronger mind, deeper self-discipline, and unshakable inner peace, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Here we explore powerful lessons from Stoic philosophy that can transform the way you think, act, and live. Subscribe to the channel and join a growing community of people who are committed to mastering their emotions, strengthening their mindset, and building a life guided by wisdom and self-respect. More powerful Stoic lessons are coming your way.